Believe it or not, none of my rabbit colonies have been predator-proof, and yet we've never had any issues with predators of any kind. Our current meat rabbit colony is roughly a square shape. Our barn is divided in half. When you enter from the door, the first side is the goats, and then we have a pallet wall, and on this side we have the rabbit colony. The wall with a door in it where you used to enter the colony is 2x4 welded wire fencing. Then we have chicken wire going up 2 or 3 feet to prevent baby rabbits from escaping. The rest of the colony is the sides of the barn, the walls. They're pretty impenetrable. They're metal walls, so nothing's really getting through there. And then we have a rolling door that we don't use to get in or anything, it's just to provide light and airflow. To protect that opening, we have a similar setup. We have welded wire fencing with chicken wire on top, and all this is to keep rabbits from escaping out. None of this is to prevent predators from getting in. I mean, we do try to keep the chickens out of here, and so it does serve a purpose for that. But other than that, our cats could easily get in if they wanted to, super easily. Our farm dog could barge in here, scratch through the wire, kind of break it if he wanted to, and most any predator you can think of could easily get into our colony and eat all our rabbits and be super sad. Many predators could easily climb this fencing and get into the colony and eat all the rabbits. On the goat side of the barn, they could easily scale this wire, go through the pallet door, or climb over the mesh, and then climb this wire into the rabbitry. Or they could just waltz right in through the people door and squeeze through the pallet door. We have lost no rabbits to predators, I think, ever. Yeah, never ever, once. The secret to our success is our farm dog, Fang. We originally got dogs as pets, but thankfully one of our puppies turned into an amazing farm dog with very inexperienced trainers, and he's in charge now of protecting our farm from all sorts of predators. He does an amazing job at it too. He has been free to roam wherever he wants. He could go to China if he so chose, but he stays here protecting us from anything, to hawks that he barks at in the sky, to coyotes. He marks his scent to make them stay away. He barks at neighbor dogs and chases them off. He even protects his family and farm from thunder and lightning during storms, which frankly we don't need protecting from, but I guess he thinks we do. And when we bought him, we didn't expect this at all. We didn't do the best job training him, and it was just so miraculous that he's turned out to be like one of the best dogs ever. He doesn't bother the chickens at all. He's super nice to the goats. He doesn't bother the Angora rabbit cages at all. He doesn't try to eat them through the wire or eat their food or anything. He doesn't show any interest in the rabbits. He will, walk by the pasture pen and there'll be rabbits and they'll be hopping, and I don't know, if I was a dog I'd think like jumping around enticingly and smelling so delicious, but he doesn't seem to even notice they're there half the time. And he doesn't seem to care about the colony at all. We don't really let him into the barn just because he has no reason to, and he doesn't come into the colony ever, though if he did I wouldn't worry about him eating rabbits at all. He probably just wouldn't care and he'd want to leave to go be free somewhere else. But when he does pass by the rolling door, he doesn't even seem to notice the rabbits. And he does such an amazing job marking his scent places and barking at things and protecting us and being the alpha predator in this area, so that all the other animals know to stay away. So if we begin to have predator problems, like if Fang dies or something, or he all of a sudden starts to want to eat the rabbits for some reason, I mean, we can easily predator-proof this area and make sure no predators can get in. If you wanted to, it would be kind of easy, but it would be time and money that I don't really see a need for us to spend right now. So if we do start having problems, it's kind of an easy fix. We just add more wire places and make it more secure, but we don't really need to. So for the moment, everything is going to stay just how it is. As I mentioned before, we do have cats. Well, I guess there's one cat now. We used to have two, but one of them passed away or disappeared, and she was kind of acting sickly before, so we don't really know what happened to her, but we're assuming that Fluffy, our cat, passed away. But we're left with Scruffy, who is the full embodiment of the phrase scaredy cat. He is scared of the chickens, he's scared of the goats, scared of the rabbits. We can't even coax him into the colony. He doesn't ever come in here at all. In the past, when we wanted him to catch mice in here, we'd try and lock him in the colony, or, in the colony area in the barn, but he would, as fast as possible, try to escape and get out. For some reason, he just doesn't like to be in the barn. He has never once hurt a rabbit, adult or baby or teenager or anything. And same thing with the pasture pen, he doesn't really notice them. I mean, when we first got them out, he was kind of looking at them, like, what are you doing? But he doesn't seem to notice or care. If they get startled and they all run, then he'll, get startled and look over like, what's happening? But then he just turns back to what he's doing and keeps walking or whatever. I have never seen him in the pasture pen, though it would be very easy for him to get in as well as get in the colony. So thankfully we are blessed with a very scared cat who doesn't hurt the rabbits at all. So to some people this information may be good news because they already have a great trained farm dog who they've worked with to not mess with animals, and then they can rest assured that rabbits are no different than any other animals and their dog most likely won't hurt them or kill them or eat them or scare them, and they don't have to super worry about predator proofing their rabbitry if they don't want to, because their awesome farm dog will protect them and everything will be fine. This could also be bad news though for someone who doesn't have a good farm dog or whose dog isn't allowed to be out with the animals or be trusted with the animals, because this means they'll probably have to predator proof their colony like Fort Knox to keep predators away. And maybe for some people this will be a little push over the edge to, we've been thinking about getting a farm dog, or oh yeah, we should really train our existing dog to be good around animals so we can let them out all the time and have them mark their scent and protect things. Or you may not have a colony and this information doesn't apply to you at all, but it is just something to know and tuck away. I have plenty of those moments. But regardless of how this information affects you and your colony or future colony, this is my experience and this is how it's working so far. And for years and years it's been going like this, and hopefully it continues to go super well. Thanks for watching.